Good morning. Let's get back to... not return. No, we're not returning to Crystarium. Yulmore. Okay. We last left off. I needed to talk to Thancred, who is over there. Here's some dream powder. We're administering the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now, those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting at the derelicts and working your way up. Once you're done, please be sure to let Reen know. The derelicts are down here, right? Oh. Oh, I don't have that attuned yet. Why did they not... Why did they bother making Aetheryte points for out here? I think so. Again, we'll seek out the wounded and render what aid we can. There we go. My daily meal. Dream powder. Where now? Upstairs, mainstay. I know you. Oh! You're the kind soul who saved me from falling on my death. And it's just she's been injured. Please help her. I beg of you. Absolutely. Here you go. What is this? She's sleeping. A medicine up her rest while she waits treatment, you say. Thank you so much. When she began acting strangely, I didn't know what to do. Why did Thancred have me start below when I was already up here? I feel like it would have been faster to work downwards. I mean, I guess the people downstairs are more needy. One of the bonded citizens attacked me, and it hurt. We'll stop trespassers sullying our paradise. Here you go. Where'd you fly to, my sweet canary? She's already dead. Oops. There you are. I just finished dating this man. Now for the next one. More on the derelicts and below, you say. So many of them. But until you entrusted this power to me, I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring the enthralled to you. That would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you. I'll try to keep pace.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Eorzea, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
I mean, is it really that crazy?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility.
Maybe we talk about...
Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience.
I mean, there's at least a little evidence that they might have been
You have
slightly
dreamed a
brainwashed.
twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
Airship?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Isn't that... It's a flying mountain.
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthry took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
Oh, yay!
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing
Yay! We're doing this again!
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see
He's
here.
still an asshole. He's like,
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband.
he's like, I enjoyed
Happens
abusing
to
the
be
poor,
the
thank you
heir
very
to
much.
Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
Yeah, she's nice.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
The ladder is situated to the north and west of Right. Let's make our way there. Dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Stola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain and neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can be moved again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. Thou art willing that we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. I haven't leveled any crafting classes, Eorzea. Okay, good. I'll just buy it. I've only leveled crafting classes on my alt, and even then I only got him far enough that he could get to the point with the Ixal that he could buy dye from them. That's all I've done. Hello there, Sinner. I haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We know the building for you too. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, at least you can do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you the lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Some of our lumber is lying around the yard, most of it's kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just talk to Grithel for the number. There, I'll lend you some writing materials so you can take notes. You know, I could also just pay you. I have quite a bit of gil. I could just pay you. Lots of kind of. We had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted, though, so we tossed them out. Oh, you go through all other loads just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. Only good for kindling now. Right then, bring the good ones, and be sure to let that guy know as well. How many planks does that make now? You're writing those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. God, don't make me do more math. It's 9 were discarded, 13 delivered, 1 damage. So that is going to be 59 plus 12 equals 72. 72. Unless I'm wrong. Which I could be, because I'm an idiot sandwich. I know. Okay, so it's 72. 72 plus 11 is 83. 107? 106? Okay. I was at one off, but that's fine. Has to be done. It's wrong. It's gonna be lumber. What do you need it for anyway? Repairing the ladder. I'll be damned. If that's the case, then please let us help with the work. Shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all should do something greater. This fellow you say is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? He'd welcome the help. All round with the lads and lasses, and we'll head over to the ladder, along with the lumber you need. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure lumber? And people. Well, to secure not only material, but eager cooperation of the shipwright. Besides, their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not, but the work shall be complete ere long. We may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it will be with a smile upon thy face. I don't know, Eorzea, I might die. This primitive, inefficient design, a much smaller Talos from our company could just as easily perform the same task. Oh, he'll get the moving in soon, I know he will. The work proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say. When it's restored, the ladder will not only be our way forward, it will represent a momentous step towards lasting change in Eorzea. I heard you went to find lumber. From afar, the ladder looked like it was made entirely of metal, but a lot of it's actually wood when you look at it. The Eomorians have rallied quite impressively amidst the great adversity. Little purpose never goes astray. The intensity with which he works is as if all that reluctance was a lie. Prematurely do I give myself sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common.
And yet, half of you still decided to summon a god to fight the other gods.
Amarok. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed.
Like, clearly you had differences, I'm just saying. It's just...
Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood, knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But
solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmet Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Here we are, finally at top rung. The others should arrive too ere long. Alphino missing, come here, there's something I need you to see. What could this be about? There's a village over there to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all while trying to remain unseen. Whoever the mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look. Oh, wait. Bird. Stares at me unflinching. Oh, I didn't mean to hit. I meant to hit the other one. Can't. Where? Oh, there. You've located a mysterious person, however, it seems like he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly returns back to the village. There's someone, right? So we're spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What say we investigate? Curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. Dang it. Yeah. Faint sounds from inside the building, however the door refuses to budge. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Could have sworn I heard a noise. Crates and barrels are laden with unknown contents. Can I go inside this building? Yes. Cups are half empty or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. What news? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed, while there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they're doing a rather poor job of it, but they don't wish to be seen. What are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Oh yeah, it was kind of familiar. You're Tristal, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I was worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine we'd meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing of you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is, Amity. It's a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. How'd you get up here, though? As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with inhabitants of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led up to the top of Bright Cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. We did, at any rate, until Mount Gold broke away from the earth. Then, just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up here was to threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what's brought you here? So Valthree is a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Gulg. 'Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Valthree, we must first find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I'll tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Yet another hapless soul at Alphino saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that Brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Missing and I are going to scout the area. We'll be back in a while. Very well, then. Just take care out there. Path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind to head to the west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. Oh, I didn't mean to... Go. Maybe I should class Edgar into a healer, because he doesn't do a great job of holding aggro. Also, can I even... No. He's got to level up a little bit more. I think Edgar's gonna be a healer after this. Who the fuck are you?
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
I mean, I could have told you that.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Eorzea. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Eorzea and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Forbidden Machina.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course.
We cast Flow.
Master Alphino waiteth for us atop Rung. Thither should we make our way.
While I'm over here, I'm gonna tune to this Aetheryte. No, I don't want to fight you, Calyx. Go look for Elspeth or something. Excuse me. This is where all the dwarves live. Good to know. And as we can see, the Chai is here. I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gold. I wanted to talk to everybody, but I accidentally clicked on LSA. This will need to put all our heads together. Oh wait, decline. Concerned for my health, are you? Indeed. We're a little far from the Crystarium, but rest assured this old man can muster up another win for what's to come. Thus are we all gathered, though Reen, I am afraid, did not much enjoy the ascent. Forgive us our delay. The Exarch arrived and took some time to appraise him of our mission. As soon as you left, who should arrive in Amity but Eorzea and the Exarch? I'm glad they were able to find you. All that grinding and shaking. I was afraid the lift would fall from underneath me. But don't worry, I'm sure the trembling will go away soon. I told you went ahead to scout out the volcano. I don't suppose some grappling hooks will suffice? Such an exhilarating ride, and such a magnificent view. Nothing in Yulmore compares to this. Oh, don't mind us. We're just taking in the sights.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt to refit.
Frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to earth.
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed, yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Let's see. First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It'd be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
By, like, say, dwarves or something. But where could those be? Totally not the town I just went to attune to.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoring. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
All the people from the forest are going to come and help us.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Well, by, like, not being assholes. The artist Alphino and his assistants.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
The design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land and knowledge of the locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. A village of Yulmorian exiles? Those people could have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. It'll never work. Never. I should never fix that ruddy lift. Never should have ridden it up here. Never should have. Oh dear, Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. Bit of advice. I learned this from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You need to find another way to stroke the fires of his motivation, awaken his sense of daring. Use words that will best encourage him. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirit sufficiently during the conversation. Duty commenced. Can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size, no one's ever dreamed of it. Alphino once struggled to collect firewood. He did, but he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have to have struggles to overcome. Regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without helping those villagers, and they're not like to give it. Tristel's among them, you said yourself, least you've forgotten. We essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. Oh, I know. Unless you take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. There's a chance for everyone to come together, even if they hurled stones at me. Perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous talus is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, you think that they think the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. We liberated a castle with a strategy that many would call absurd. Well, now, to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim, such a strategy could indeed be considered... Oh, I thought you were talking about the, us taking over Yulmore. We're just explaining to him the liberation of Doma, despite the fact that he does not know what Doma is. Such a strategy would indeed be considered absurd, yet you succeeded not in spite of, but because of it. Your own strategy may likewise seem absurd, but maybe it stands a better chance of success, for if feeling somewhat optimistic. Be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. I imagine for a moment if we fail to reach Vothri and only succeed in provoking him, in his fury he may well unleash his horde of eaters, and we'll meet a horrible end. Then we'll go together. Oh, so I could die with you. How very kind of you to offer, but it's as if all the same, I'd rather keep on living. How can you remain so optimistic through all this? It's downright tiring. Tell me, why'd you throw yourself into the midst of such a grueling struggle? I got roped into it. Oh, shit. Damn it, I thought I was not supposed to... you know, William, just like me, we may put on a smile, but behind the, it, there's only doubt. If even your heart isn't in it, then there's no hope for any of us. No point in building the talus. No! Shit. Oh, no. I didn't cure depression. Let's try this again. Alpha no one's struggle to collect firewood. Things won't improve by themselves. I'm gonna say it's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmore. Can't argue with that logic. Enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. Realistic or no, there's no guarantee of success. There's risks to consider should the venture fail. Vothri. We could build Talos for battle. Thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid Talos cannot contend with Sin Eaters. They could. If they could, I would never have come to Yulmore. Nonetheless, I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. Makes me wonder, what is it that drives you? Tell me, why'd you throw yourself in the midst of such a grueling struggle? I live for adventure. Adventure, such a strange word coming from my lips. I used to have a sense of adventure too, strove to challenge myself. Whenever did I lose it? That seemed as bad as we'd worried, yeah. By the gods, I could do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Alright, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers, and with Tristal. My love, things are liable to become dangerous. I would want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps it's a bad idea after all. I don't know if I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. and that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friend of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Tri, perhaps, but what is man if not an idealistic creature? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration over the course of their endeavors. No one would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their own goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire, a desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling, like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my great masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? I should just be on the road. Walmart? If you're thinking of staying here, know that your life in Amity is hard and often will be dangerous. You find no luxuries, you wouldn't kneel more, but you will feel alive. You have every right to be angry with us. Please listen to what I have to say. I'm tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gold by means of a Talos of heretofore unforeseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land, that is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignore my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come back here and ask for my cooperation. You have every right to be upset. Valkyrie is not the one to blame for your suffering, we are. We were free citizens without a care in the world and indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now what we did to you. To full many was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. One thing is clear to me. All this is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so I'll cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll see to work out the design at once. It wouldn't do to have nothing to show should the others return with any help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, in the history of all mankind. But rest assured, the genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Ah, Wicked White. What's the problem? You see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue the magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all that we required. Forgot one rather important thing we need to bring a Talos to life. The heart? That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with the Talos. While I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable of bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. Ideally, a Talos heart should be made from ore found in the self-same region as the stone for the chassis. Let's see what Crystal can tell us. Glad Trista was willing to lend us an ear, but it's a small step, but I pray that this will pave the way of reconciliation. Quest for the Talos' heart. This presents an unexpected opportunity. If you seek material for the Talos heart, I know people who may be able to assist. There are the Tholes, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows this bounty as well as they. If you could explain your situation, I'm sure they'd be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Tholes at the village of the northwest in a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamat, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lolly-ho. Permit me to join you. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to you two then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so much as long as it's rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Lolly-ho! What did you just call me? Lolly-ho! Rouse and greeting, you've clearly been practicing. Any road, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thole family. May we speak with Chief Zamat? Why, you may. I'm Zamat, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk of Amity what sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Explaining gestures. Pan up to imply time has passed. Well, and there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and the Sin Eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek is precious to us, too. If I have to let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like, no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy by means of a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of the Thole. What's this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Listen well. As you know, we're mining folk, and in the mining life, danger is a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial which tests 3 traits all good miners can't do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look upon my helm, mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms what are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Lolly-ho, you must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, 3D Mine Runner uses a slingshot to shoot them as well as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with a spot of practice, eh? Search for a dwarf wearing the wrong type of helm. You may move the camera and zoom out. Okay. Pop. Nice shooting. Keep it up for the actual trial, eh? Next time is the trial true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? This time, they'll be thens wear the right helm. You shoot them, you fail, so look carefully before you let the stone fly. Oh, shit. No. Fuck! Damn it. Are you just staying at in the same spot? Yeah. Fine discernment of dexterity. Oh, that was it. Trial never lies. You got what it takes to be a miner. What is that? Run along back to the chief now and get on with putting an end to the strangeness of late. I can play whack-a-mole. I clearly am ready to be a miner. That's some impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Just plain you didn't come this far without luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you, and I'll help you find the ore you seek. Did you know that Calusia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining this stuff since ancient times. Every so often, the self-same veins yield what's called Earth Seed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was we used to refine Earth Seed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. Stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look. And no place is surer than Durgar's 12. Problem is, site's occupied by age-old rivals, the Grogs. Greedy sods claim this place is theirs, and they refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there never was a more odious lot than them Grogs. I could go on forever about the hornless horsens, but then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What boils down to is this: if you want the Earth Seed, you gotta deal with the Grogs. Reckon you're up for the challenge? We've dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll go with them. You, Corrit? Couldn't up overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gulg, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Calusia. No, the whole world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal's commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. Here's Corrit. This here's Corrit. He's young as he is one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. And if all he needed to do was dig, then he'd be your dwarf, but he's liable to become a sin-eater as breakfast before he can even manage to swing. It's true, I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please, please, please let me go with you. I'll take care of you, you take care of the ore. Thank you so very much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Court, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe, will you? We'll most assuredly encounter seniors along the way. Though with you in our company, they will be more a spectacle than a concern. Durgar's 12 lies in a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. You two are really strong. Did you know that Missing is a great hero in the land once he's hailed? Some would say the greatest. Really? You must have some stories to tell. But he does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have him regale you once work is done. Can't wait. There we go, I couldn't target him before. I don't know how much about fighting, but you two make a great team. He seems to keep on to himself. I merely follow his lead. So you've been doing this for years to me. Was that so? I shall take that as a compliment. I really am curious who the Crystal Exarch's supposed to be. Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are most heartening. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway? Well... it's too close to Amity for comfort. Let's finish them quickly and move on. Hurry, this way! How much farther to the cave? Not far, it's just past this rise. Why again? Appears we're surrounded. Draw them in. Doing that. Going for it. I shouldn't be the tank in this situation. Come forth, Blue Eyes White Dragon. He says his power has waned this far from the Crystarium, but he just cast Meteor. We're about to get there. One last push then, shall we? I really am curious who the Exarch could be. Because, like, it's gotta be somebody we already know. They're implying that we fought together before. They said they don't know who Graha Tia is, so I don't know. It could be Graha and he's just lying, and I know Graha comes back. But his power wouldn't make, and the fact that he's, like, immortal wouldn't make sense if it's Graha, I feel. Oh. We're good. Can I not target? There we go. Oh, I'm at 1 HP. Oh no. I'm good. Don't die if you too, I'll be next. Trying our best. Got him. We're alive! Let's hurry inside before more sin eaters come. Right, now follow me please. It'll take you to Durgar's 12, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Oh, there's an orb. Sorry, Exarch, one sec. Orb. 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 Terrain and stench are an indication. We're at the 12. There! The Grogs with their ugly, unkempt beards. They realize that we're here. They'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Not so hasty, Cora. Animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I'll use enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool sin eaters, but it'll suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed? Aye aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. I'll be much obliged. Without further ado then. I can see straight through me. Right, a diggin' we go. Let's not be idle either. Though Korik cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few grogs from the field. To that end. Dream powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxenloft. We use it in Yulmore too. Truly, it seems our alchemists got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might still steal clothes to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word and I will cast the enchantment. Pay before you finish any all the dwarves, return to me and I'll cast it anew. Anyway, it's time to call it a day. Nope, I don't want to. No, drowsy. You're not safe to work when drowsy. You better get some rest. All work and no ale makes something. I'm spent. I like how they totally didn't notice the floating pig or the carbuncle. All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us await Korit's return. I'm back. It's the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or should I go dig up some more? I dare say it'll be sufficient for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Korit. Let's carry this back to... Are you alright? Don't worry not, I'll be fine. Long as I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may have also overexerted myself in the moment, to have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? That's Glag, Chief of the Gogs. You're one of the foals. I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. What do I find here but a foul scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting of you limp beards. I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent, well, better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than a feeble floppy things you tholes have hanging from your faces. Like oil and water. It's not the end. It's not like to end this of his own accord. Missing, do you perchance have some dream powder left? But it was beginning to get interesting. Or not. Something tells me you'll have ample opportunity later to witness their bickering. For now, however, we should be on our way. Yes, we've... I like how his eyes are still clearly open. Forgive me, Korit, but we need you to be calm as well. Sorry, just when it comes to the Gogs, I can't help but see red. Needn't apologize, my friend. You're here on your own account, and we have not but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it's time we take our leave. The Talos awaits his heart. Glad I can be of help. If you need any more Earthseed, just let me know. Although, my friend, much as I've enjoyed our time together, I think it's best we split up. We might accomplish our task more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely into the hand of China's. While I am thus employed, will you be so good as to deliver Korit back to the Tomra? My thanks. Brief though it was, this is an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. Holly-ho, glad you're back in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I got him all they needed. The Exarch's on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear that young Korit was of help, as it happens. A few others came forward while you were gone saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given you're building the Talos, we reckon you'd need some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at Top Rung already. Go and see what everyone has, that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Okay. I think I should wrap things up here. Because I gotta start work pretty soon. I should be live tomorrow because I actually am not working tomorrow. I'm working the weekends this month. So, should be live tomorrow. But until next time, I will be seeing you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging. Well, actually, wait. Raid somebody. We're gonna do a raid. Oh, Chip to Dirkby is playing Final Fantasy XIV again. So we're going to go ahead and raid them. Raid message, you found the missing persons as usual. If you're on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/ChipToDirgby. I would appreciate hopping by. Until next time, thanks for hanging out.